Yes, we are live. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's an awesome Sunday afternoon. My name is Lucia Cabrera Jones, co-founder and CEO of W.O.M.E.N, and I will bring you up to day 28 of our She Can campaign. Let's talk entrepreneurship, and we are just almost at the end of our campaign, but I'm seeing that you start now jumping in on this live. If you are there, I want you to tell me where are you tuning from. We have our awesome follower, Mrs. Bola Gopal. Pleasant good afternoon to you. And if you are there beside Mrs. Imati Bola Gopal, I want you to tell me where are you tuning from. This afternoon, I have a treat for you. Ladies and gents, you have been following us on this She Can campaign for the past 28 days. So we started on August the 1st and we're going up to August 31st, bringing you the best of our entrepreneurs right here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the globe. We are women, Women-Owned Media and Education Network. You can follow us also on Instagram, and we also want to hear from you. If you are there again, I want you to tell me where are you tuning from. If you are going to catch the replay, I want you to hashtag replay and also tell us where are you tuning from. We had amazing sessions, and remember, although we are about to close the doors for this campaign, I want you to stay tuned with us. I want you to keep following us because yes, according to Miss Bola Gopal, enjoy every speaker thus far because we only bringing for you the best of the best. And this afternoon, it's not going to be any difference. You are not going to be disappointed. The awesome female entrepreneur that I am about to bring to you, let me tell you something. I already told you this. We are international. We cater for every single woman in this planet. We gather for issues. We're dealing with different issues using multi-strategy approach. And this month we're talking entrepreneurship. Why it is so important for females become entrepreneurs. What becoming an entrepreneur will add to your life, to your family life, to your portfolio. And this awesome entrepreneur that I bring into you today is originally from Nigeria. Originally from Nigeria. She used to be based in Germany. Now she's based in Canada. That's what I tell you. We are international. We are about touching lives across the globe. You don't want to miss this. I am so delighted this afternoon. Hi, Dennis. Dennis, I'm so glad to have you here because, as I always say, this is a platform called W.O.M.E.N, but we welcome every single man that also is a supporter of female entrepreneurship. And Dennis Allen, you will remember him. He was one of our interviewed males who actually, put this platform on fire, and he is with us here this afternoon as well, gracing up with his presence. Thank you so much. Remember to share this live because this lady that is originally from Nigeria used to be based in Germany, now based in Canada. I met her through social media. That is why I love social media so much. Someone who understands the power of social media when you use it correctly, right, to empower, to enhance. This lady actually became one of my mentors, my coach in this life of entrepreneurship online, right? And I think I haven't done that bad. I think that she has to be proud of the work that she did with me, and she is no other than Agatha David-Ibhaluobe. I still can't pronounce her last name correctly, but look at how beautiful she is, always smiling, always helpful. And Agatha, Women-Owned Media and Education Network is so delighted to have you with us this evening.
Thank you, Lucy. I'm just smiling from ear to ear because Come on, it took you like 5 minutes to actually talk about me. Oh God, and this whole movement. I mean, guys, I am so excited. When I met Lucy, I loved her fire. I loved her enthusiasm. Even though she feels, I'm loud, and I just tell her, you know what, we're not all the same. If everybody is boring like me and quiet like me, the world wouldn't be that nice. So we need people like you to spark up the fire in us. And I am so grateful for that singular gift that you've got. That being said, thank you so much for the beautiful introduction. And yes, Lucy, you have not done badly. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And every one of my mentees that I have been able to pour into, it's such a privilege. I give God the glory. I give him praise for that opportunity. And the opportunity to also be able to share what I know with other people and seeing people put that into use. It gives me so much joy. And Lucy, trust me, you're not the only one. I have like loads of people who are always like, thank you. I'm glad we met. I'm glad you were able to teach me. I have them, male, female, I have them. And you are one of my success story. I'm so, 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 so happy. All right. Thank you for welcoming me to Women. And women, are you guys excited? Are you ready? So if you are, I just need you to drop a one in the chat box if you're joining us live. And as she said, hashtag wherever you're joining from. If you're going to be catching a replay of this, hashtag replay and let us know where you're also joining in from. Also, if you have questions, because it's not just enough to be here, this might be like an opportunity for some people to have their questions answered. I want you to send your questions to the organizers, and of course I should be able to see some of the questions, and if not, she's going to pass them across to me. I will do my very best to answer your questions within the short time that we have. And if those questions are not answered, I will make one promise here. I would have them compiled and have a video session where I'm going to answer all the questions for you. Okay, I hope that is good.
Yes, awesome. That will help us a lot,
Thank you.
because some of the persons might catch the replay.
Yes,
So it is a very good thing that you actually mentioned that they could actually drop their questions, and
sure,
we
sure.
definitely will address the question. And remember, if you are watching us live, um, you just go ahead and share this live with someone that might need to hear about Agatha today. So I say a little bit about Agatha, but I want to actually, Agatha, give you the opportunity to tell this audience who is Agatha. I mean, your bio was out there. You are a climate scientist. You are an entrepreneur. You are a pastor's wife. And you are a coach. You are a mentor, right? But I want you to actually tell our audience who is Agatha David-Ibhaluobe.
Come on, Lucy, you did good, huh? You didn't do bad with my last name, huh? All right. So, well, Lucy has actually said a whole lot about me, but of course, my name is Agatha David-Ibhaluobe. So, David-Ibhaluobe is my husband's name, and as you already know, my husband is a pastor. So, technically, I am, of course, a pastor's wife. So, beyond the world of entrepreneurship, we also have like a group of people that we also mentor, of course, by shepherding them in a church. So that being said, I put that aside and I come to the world of entrepreneurship. I am a climate scientist trained environmentalist. So climate science might be a big word for people, but I studied weather and climate, and I have a master's degree in that. So in the beginning of my career, who thought entrepreneurship was a thing? If you are there and you never thought that you were going to go into business one day, just say yes. Because we all thought we are going to go to school, have our big certificates, and then, get that big job, and then we'll be good, right? So that was what we thought. That was what I thought. And to be honest, it all started beautifully. It started well. I started my career, to be honest, in Germany. I started working there. And of course, after a while, life came, got married. I didn't still think entrepreneurship. But then the moment I held my first child, I'm also a mom too. So I have two beautiful children, a boy and a girl. And as you know, they are in their beautiful ages that they keep me on my toes. So I'm also that woman that once my feet hits the ground running, he doesn't sit down until the end of day. So when I held my first child, I knew okay, there had to be a different turn. I needed my own time, right? Before then, I was in research and training. So I was training people on business English as well. And I was also working, in research at the university. So that morning that I had my child, I had students waiting for me in class. So it was like, oh my God, how am I going to be able to tell them, that this is happening right now? But of course, I know I needed to face my life. And this is the new life, the life of motherhood. And I knew I couldn't continue running around and trying to, make everybody happy except me. I knew I needed something that was going to give me that time. But as everybody knows, when you jump into something with no proper knowledge about it, what comes? We all fail. So I need you to drop a one in the chat box if you failed in your entrepreneurship journey before.
I am gonna put my one for sure.
So I can see through the eyes and the hearts of the people that are with us online and those that would watch later. Don't lie. We've all been there. We've all had them. Those failed businesses, we've had them. Right. So I I went in there. I I'm like, but it told us it was so easy. How come I'm not getting it? How come I'm not getting what I needed? How come I'm not, getting the freedom, the money and everything that comes with it? And I felt, okay, let me sit back, And I started thinking and I felt, okay, maybe business was not for me. So I waited along, I went back to work and I'm like, okay, let me just get my life going and all of that. So I moved from being a working mom, started a business, dropped it off, went back to work, right? And but then these are like for not the right reasons because I didn't understand what I was doing. And at this point, I was like, my husband was still pastoring, so I was supporting. I was still there taking care of my child all around the clock. And at this point, expecting my second, and I knew things didn't have to go the same way. Okay. So I felt one day, I think the light bulb moment was just one day when I sat back and I'm like, it had taken me 6, 7 years to get my degrees, and I had zero training in marketing or zero training in business. So, how do I expect to succeed? And that was really the turning point for me. I started looking for knowledge.
Knowledge.
Yeah, I started looking for knowledge. So, I want to ask you guys, have you guys had that light bulb moment where you knew that there was something missing between where you want to be and where you are? If you've been there before, I need you to just drop yes in the chat section. Just say yes and be honest with yourself. I like your honesty. I see your comments coming in. And the first point where you begin to make that U-turn and that change is when you're being honest with yourself. So that is me in a nutshell.
So thank you so much, Agatha, because this is what's really, this thought process that you have is what really connect us so well in social media
Mhm.
and in this online space. And we have had a lot of our guest speakers have passed in this platform, and of course, all of them have
Mhm.
successful career on entrepreneurship, and they had businesses. Actually, most of them have established businesses and a presence also in social media, which I am an advocate for social media platform. Um, and being the medium that actually connect us so well. And I mean, all these years of pandemic situation around the world, we was there making good profits, from being just our presence on the social media,
Yeah.
adding value to the lives of the people who we would have encountered. I want you to stress, you being also a marketer, a coach, on the online space specifically. You don't have a physical business, but your business is pure online business. And you are so successful, right? You are so successful. So I want you to um, tell this audience, especially those women entrepreneurs that maybe will have some kind of restrictions leaving the house because of the family obligations, maybe some of other females because of religions backgrounds that they cannot really leave their houses. I want you to emphasize on the importance of the online presence for entrepreneurs. Tell
Thank
us
you.
about Tell us all about it. The benefits, the challenges, what it takes to be successful on the online space, and why we need to be online.
Thank you, Lucy. I know that, when we talk about being online, a lot of people are skeptical. But this is how I want you to look at things. If you're in a location, let's say, well, where I live right now, I'm going to use a place where people know as for reference. If your business is in Toronto, for example, it's going to take me at least 1 hour to drive there, right? And the honest truth is, I really want to patronize you. But then I'm going to have to think about my gas. I'm going to think about my wear and tear. I'm going to think about my time in order to be able to get you, right? And that's even if I know that you exist. So while the brick and mortar model was really okay, it's so it's not globalized. I'm talking to Lucy right now. I'm not in Trinidad. I don't even know what her face looks like except for video calls. That's the truth. But we met just online. So I would
Strictly
say
online.
if you're not yet online with your business, well, I'm just gonna take permission from you guys. I'm a very practical teacher. So I teach with everything that I can so you get it. So if you're not online, you're like this. You can see my hands, but you can't see my face. So take a look at it. I know that some women feel, oh, I have young kids. I don't have the time. I've been there and I feel your pain completely. But guess what? How many of us are on Facebook? How many of us are on Insta? How many of us are on TikTok? If you can be on those platforms, hey, you can put your business out there. The online space, I cannot stress it enough. It gives you the opportunity to meet connections that are so valuable. It puts your business out there. If used correctly, you get visible. To be honest, I made my first five-figure income on Facebook, strictly Facebook. No ads, nothing. No websites, nothing.
Just Facebook.
Just Facebook. And guess what? I didn't even go about selling anything to nobody. I was just so comfortable sharing my story. Sharing my story. And that's it. The sales came beautifully. A lot of people that I sold to, I would tell you 99.9% of them I had never met. I may never meet them. But guess what? They trusted me so much because they saw what I was doing. They saw my business. They saw all of this and they were able to connect.
And the results.
Of course, they saw the results. So, beyond, even look at it, beyond the money, beyond the your business going global, you have the opportunity to mentor people that otherwise you won't have the chance to meet before. So just take a holistic look at everything. Nobody's coming to tell you to dance on Facebook. No. Nobody's coming to tell you to, everybody is online for a reason. You know why you're there. And trust me, whatever reason that you're there, you have your tribe. you would always attract your tribe. I'm so passionate about attraction marketing because trust me, I have felt the pangs of using social media wrong.
Tell us, I was coming with a question about that because that is what I learned from you so well. And today I have an amazing tribe. Wherever I go, my tribe goes with me.
Yeah,
My tribe would follow me. If I
yeah,
dance, they will dance. If I cry, they will cry. If
yeah,
I shout, they will shout.
yeah.
They know me so well. And I learned this from you. Tell us about attraction marketing. I want the entrepreneurs today understand the power of attraction marketing. We no longer have to run behind our tribe. Our tribe will find us.
Yeah.
Agatha, tell us how we are able to do that. Give us some nuggets, please.
Okay, so one of the things I teach is simply you're not for everybody. If you get that, settle that in your spirit, settle that in your business. You're not for everybody. And so don't waste your time looking for crowd. Of what use is having 500 likes and nobody's asking you what you sell? No sense, right? Now, stay with me. Two, remember I said no one is going to ask you to dance on Facebook. No one is going to ask you to dance on TikTok. This is simply because if you don't like if you don't like dancing, please don't dance. For those who like dancing, let them dance. Now, your tribe, maybe you want to write that down somewhere. There are those who resonate with you, who are probably in the same situation as you are. And trust me, there is no better person to influence, teach, or help those people other than someone who has been there before. So don't ever think that you need to go create a community of people. No. For me, what helped me and what brought me out was being comfortable enough to share my story. I went from a single working lady, right, to being a mom, and I didn't have that time to be running around the job, at least not full time. I was still working part time here and there, setting my own hours, but I knew I needed something to also supplement my income at that time. I just wanted to have some time to myself where I can, hug my beautiful children. And at that point, my kids were so young, they were only 14 months apart. So within the space of 1.5 years, I would tell you I had two babies in my hands. So what was I going to do? And I knew that I couldn't continue. I just knew that I couldn't do that. So guess what I did? I knew I had started a business, I had failed. I was looking for knowledge. And I had, come into a community where I was beginning to learn attraction marketing. Because I was tired of being the spammy Pamela that was going to be writing people messages. It didn't result in anything. So I knew. One thing I also settled in my spirit was that good education does not come for free.
No.
So I was willing to pay. I had a team that I was building and leading. And when I was speaking about all of this, people didn't understand. They felt, why do I have to pay? But guess what? I was glad I paid. I paid for that, started immersing myself. The best part of it, I took action. And just in a space of, I would say, about 3 to 4 weeks, I started gathering momentum. I didn't go out of the ordinary. I just shared my story. And guess what? The people that resonated with my story, they came to me. They came to me. And it can happen for you. That's the message this evening. It can happen for you. If you sell whatever it is that you sell, whatever it is that you promote, whatever it is that you do, if you have maybe like you do something craft with your hands and all of that, that's okay. The only thing you need for yourself is attract your tribe. Don't go running after nobody. That doesn't build authority. Someone is going to buy from you for, I would say, two reasons. If they see you as an authority who can help them move from their pain point to their desired results, And if they see that you are someone who they aspire to be. So these are the things you want to keep in your spirit. So have that at the back of your mind. When you're in marketing, marketing is not just what people think, just come and sell. No, there's a whole lot of science that goes behind it. And you have to know how to put your one and one together to make it two. So when you're on Facebook, even if you've not posted for a week, people are waiting. Once they see your post, they know there's
Correct.
something. They know something is coming for them. You know, you don't have to go all about, putting all, no, 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 no. You don't have to do that. All you need to do, be comfortable sharing your story. Even if your story doesn't make money the first day, the first month, guess what? It is inspiring somebody to take that bold step. And for me, beyond the money, beyond the time, this is more important. I've had people tell me, I've had people tell me, oh, I so resonate with your story. Oh, I so love this. Oh, I so, this spoke to my heart. That is so heartwarming. It's so comforting to know that just one thing that I learned and decided to share is helping someone else. I mean, you've heard Lucy's story. I didn't know Lucy from the blues. No. We all met on the platform of Facebook doing marketing together. And I was like, hey,
Yes.
you got to learn this. You got to know this. And from there, she became my buddy, And here she is today organizing women. How would I have known, then that women was going to come up someday? I had no clue. But all I was just bothered or concerned about was, oh, if you're not doing this right, let's get it straight. Whatever you're doing, let excellence be there. That's my only thing. Attract your tribe. If you're a
Attractive.
mother, hold on to that. It's a
Mm.
serious point for you. It's an anchor point that you can use to sell anything, including bottled water. Anything. Yeah, including bottled water. You can sell with that. Trust me. Because who are the people who need time freedom with their kids? Mothers. You resonate with those things. When you talk about your journey, your pregnancy journey, another pregnant woman can resonate with that. Even if she's still doing 9 to 5, she knows that, oh my God, this is my story right now. And trust me, for every woman, black, white, indigo, blue, whatever, pregnancy is pregnancy. Childbearing is childbearing. So they know these things. So let them know your story. Don't be scared. People always don't want to admit that they failed before. But trust me, those failures don't keep you there. They are stepping stones to the next level in your business. And you want to let someone know, perhaps the person who is still stuck at that point that they failed, that it's not the end of the road. If it can happen for me, it can happen for you. It can happen for anybody. So whatever you do, let excellence pick you out. If you're
I
gonna
love
take
that.
pictures, take good pictures. If you're gonna create a marketing, a marketing script, let it be there. Be unique to yourself. No one is gonna do the exact same thing as you would. So don't ever think who wants to hear your voice. Hey, there are people who need to hear your voice. There are lots and lots of them. And even if Lucy and I are going to teach the same thing, we're never going to teach them the exact same
No.
way. So, there your uniqueness is. Let that uniqueness find you. Find your sweet spot and zone into that.
I
Use that.
love it. I really, really love it. I really, really, really love it. And this is for our viewers and for those that are going to catch the replay. This is real life. This is real story, and this is what women is about.
Mhm.
We really dedicated this entire month to actually unbury you If you are stagnant in your business, we want you to start to move forward. If you are still afraid to have an online presence,
Mm-hmm.
we want you to know that you need to be online. You know, we have you have to evolve. And I mean, I love the fact that Agatha and I met on social media. We met online. I have never touched Agatha flesh, never hugged Agatha. And we became the best of friends. Why? Attraction. At some point, I resonate with her story. She is a very successful online marketer, right? And a lot of things that I didn't understand, that's why I wasn't being successful. To the point that she said, you have to invest in yourself, Lucia.
Yeah.
You have to invest. And this is one of the things that a lot of business owners do not yet understand.
Yeah.
You have to invest on you first so that your business could succeed. Because at the end of the day, you are your business.
Yeah.
You are your business. And you know, Agatha, women actually is preparing some upcoming workshops. And of course, we want you to be part of this. You are awesome for that. Yes, look, Candice Alexander say it's the same recipes. We can use the same recipe, but all our products will still taste different. Definitely. Definitely. And that is what I always say. You cannot be afraid actually to step in
Yeah.
because somebody else is doing the same thing. No, it's the same products will still taste different because we might be going through the same situation, but our stories will be different
Yeah.
at the end of the day. And you know, I love that, Agatha. So Agatha, I want you to tell us, because the success is all nice, and the success is just the byproduct or the final product of all the struggles, the challenges
Yeah.
that comes with it, right? I don't want no one to come in this platform and say that we're looking so dumpy humpty and we just out there. We went through real struggles.
Yeah.
I remember coming to you and saying, Agatha, but this post and this and that. Agatha is the best. Patience. Oh my goodness. This lady had patience. And today, when I look at my Facebook, it's like, wow. And people also have to understand, and I want you to talk also a bit about that. There is the difference between your personal profile and your business profile. And this is where a lot of entrepreneurs miss the mark
Oh, yeah.
because they are actually using the personal profiles to promote their businesses, and it don't work like that. So tell us a little bit about Agatha, the price of becoming a successful marketer online, and you could sell anything that you want online, guys. You could bring your entire physical business to an online platform and
Yeah.
be successful. What are the challenges that come in with that? And then right after, tell us why we cannot use our personal profiles to actually promote our businesses.
Thank you, Lucy. So
And
the
today
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
start.
sip a little bit of water.
So I'm gonna start with the second question first, and this is because a lot of people in business, I would say, found themselves in business by happenstance. So most of them didn't plan to be in business. Everybody had this big dream of, I want to go to school, get a job, and I'm going to live the best life. And all of a sudden, all of us find ourselves in the houses or the homes of our husbands or spouses or partners, and we realize, oh, things are not the way I planned. And like I said earlier, some of us started, we went to school for 4 5 years, 3 years, whatever, but we have zero knowledge in business. We don't even have any knowledge on social media. Now, if you want to run your business on social media, there's one key thing. Why was social media created? Remember, I said there's a science to marketing. You need to understand that. So once you have that ironed out, then you know how to approach social media with your business. While some people, I know there is a personal profile and your business profile. When I had my business started off, I had only the personal profile. Remember, I said I had no knowledge? So we're going to go from there. So then I had a personal profile and I felt okay. I didn't want to complicate life for myself. So I decided to run with my personal profile. And to be honest, I built my business on my personal profile without selling.
Attraction marketing.
I didn't sell nothing. I remember I had no goods to display, nothing. I only came with I wore my confidence and my smile and my pictures and my attraction marketing message. And that was it. So, however, if you, with what I know now, if I want to start from where I was then, I would have created my business profile, which is a Facebook page or the fan page. Now, I have more knowledge. Then I did not have. So I also stumbled. I did a few, messy things. And I found myself, when I grew, I was like, okay, people already know me with this personal profile. Let me just continue. So most of my sales I closed on Messenger. I didn't close on my Facebook profile because, first off, social media is not designed for selling. The fan page is designed for business. If we use Facebook, for example, as our main example, the Facebook profile that has your name, your everything, your picture, and all of that fun stuff is not designed to sell nothing. It's designed to meet people like Lucy, people like, all those your friends and all of that. It's designed to do that for you. The Facebook Messenger is designed for you or for me and Lucy to have a private conversation. So you need to understand all what they do so as to know how to use them. Now, if we've connected on the profile, we can move our connection to Messenger. If we move further from Messenger, I go a step further. I get their phone numbers and I interact with them personally. They hear my voice, so to speak. And most of the time, that's how I close. So on the fan page, it's strictly designed if you want to promote your business.
Business.
So if you go about promoting on your fan page, Facebook would not put you in jail. In case you don't know, there's what we call the Facebook jail. So if you keep promoting on your personal profile, apart from the fact that your profile is going to look like a sales page, which is not meant to be, you gain zero authority. You also stand the chance of going to Facebook jail. So once you understand these three aspects, or these three, how would I put them now? These three aspects of or parts of whatever of the Facebook thing in itself, you know how to use them, then it's easier to promote your business. While you have your business on your fan page or your business page, you use your personal profile to attract your audience. You use your messenger to build intimate connection with your clients. And when your clients are ready to buy, send them to your fan page.
They will follow wherever
Easy
you go.
peasy. Very easy. Well, as I said, easy. It's not as easy as that.
Tell us
now
about
we
the
go
challenges.
now we go back to the first question that says, what are the challenges of having a business? Number one, you have to settle with yourself that you are now an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, there is no salary. That's the first big one. There is no salary. So you got to settle that with yourself. A lot of people don't understand that and they don't know. They still come into the business world with an employee mindset. You need, first of all, a mindset shift, and that takes work. It's not easy to unlearn what you already know and relearn new things. It's a conscious walk or conscious walk that you have to do on yourself. It's a conscious walk you have to take and a conscious work that you have to do on yourself. As I say this, it's not a day's journey or a day's it doesn't happen in one day. So you have to be nice with yourself for those days that you mess up. We all mess up. We all make mistakes. You have to be patient with yourself as you grow. That being said, another big thing is that while you're building authority, there are loads of people who would never, they won't trust you. You have to settle that with yourself too. Remember, even for Jesus, he said he couldn't work any miracles in Nazareth, where he was from. Why? Because they knew him as the carpenter's son. No one knew him as the Son of God. So at that point, while you're building, you would not be known as that authority figure. If Lucy had met me maybe a year before she met me, perhaps this would not happen. Perhaps this would not happen. But it took me time to sit down and settle with myself that this is the process. You also have to know that building a business, you're running, how do I put it? Is it a marathon or whatever? It's bit by bit. You're not in a race with nobody. Another thing, please and please, as you build your business, don't compare yourself with someone else. This is a common phenomenon. A lot of people do this a lot and that kills them. Your number one, don't compare it with another person's number 10. Do you understand me, guys? So, because a lot of people, you see the success, you see everything, but you don't know the midnight work that goes down. There are nights of no sleep strategizing. There are nights of me trying to wake up in the middle of the night, nursing my baby, and I still have to attend or help a client in Canada while I was in Germany. There are nights I had to do that because these were people that depended on me. They cannot afford to fail. If you're going to lead a good business, you also have to you have to be very selfless. You just have to be very selfless. Be willing to fail. Be ready to fail. Because when you're going to be starting again, you're not starting from scratch. You'll be starting from experience. So settle with yourself that failure is part of the journey, is part of the process. Even if you fail 50 times, keep reminding yourself that the electricity we enjoy today, the person who made that possible failed over 9,000 times. So if you've not failed 9,000 times, come on now. You can do it. And don't be swayed, don't be moved by the get rich quick schemes out there. I've been a victim. So there is no business that succeeds without great work. You have to put in
Definitely.
the work. Those nights that you don't sleep, they are there. Those nights that your husband is going to ask you, wasting all this money and knowledge, what is coming out of it? They are there. They are there. And trust me, welcome to my world. If maybe you also mentor people, or as I am, somebody's wife, pastor's wife, some people look up to me. You're going to see people, you're going to hear things. So you need to grow a thick skin. You're going to hear things. And it's to be like, oh, why is the pastor's wife doing business? Why is she dressed up? People are going to say things. So we all know all these talks. So settle it in your mind that some of these things will come. So these are some of the challenges. And as I've provided challenges, I've also told you what to do. So when they begin to come, don't even don't even be moved. Just understand that it is part of the process. To be honest, it is part of the process. And most of the time, most of all, I would say be very willing to invest in yourself and look for a great mentor. A mentor is someone who believes in you even if you don't believe in yourself. So look for those kind of things, those kind of people. Never look for someone who is competing with you. There are sometimes we keep around us expired mentors. Know when their time is up and let them be. Look for people who are confident enough to pour into you, give you that courage. Because sometimes this road of entrepreneurship can be very lonely. It can be lonely.
I I just hear, and my mind really going back to when my mindset wasn't ready to succeed on the online space. And it was so clutching for me because I've been uh, uh, on network marketing since 2010,
Mhm.
and coming to meet Agatha and realizing that my business, I mean, she said, Lucia, you have great potential, it's just that you're doing the things wrong. You're not going forward because you are doing it wrong. You are doing it back to front. You cannot start to promote a business or try to sell something. You first have to build that like, know, and
No
trust.
like and trust, yeah.
People have
Authority.
to know you first.
Yeah.
Then people have to get to like you. And ultimately, people have to get to trust you. And trust me, Lucia, when you get that science correct, wherever you go, your tribe is going to find you. And let me tell you, female and male entrepreneurs, if you are listening to this, if you are going to catch the replay, hashtag replay, where are you tuning from? But I want to give you this piece of advice as we are basically closing on the topic of entrepreneurship in our campaign. Many of us started back to front. And this is the situation of many of business owners right
Yeah.
now. You started on the traditional way, all good. But if you get stuck on the traditional way of promoting your business is not going to move forward. Now, you are trying to bring your business online and you are doing it back to front. You want to sell people something when people don't even know you. And what it making worse, and that is why attraction marketing is so important. What it making worse is that there's tons of people doing exactly what you're doing. There's tons of people selling exactly what you're selling. So why they have to stick with you?
No reason.
There must be a reason why they have to stay with you.
Yeah.
And I want to actually put Agatha on the spot. I mean, we have conversed and we're running out of time. We have conversed about actually giving or adding some value to the community of entrepreneurs who are
Yeah.
already established,
Yeah.
but they are stuck. As Mrs. Bola Gopal say, stay in touch with women. Stay in touch with us. We have something great coming to you. If your business is stuck, we are going to work with you to get you moving forward. If you don't know how to get an established presence online, and when I say established, is you standing as an authority
Yeah.
in your area, is you not running behind the crowd, but is you running in front of the crowd. Your tribe will find you. I talk about people, and sometimes you see those pages with so many likes, with so many followers. Are these people really following you? Are you really converting these people?
Absolutely.
What are the real metrics that you have to use? You see pages with thousands of followers
Yeah.
that does not speak of authority
Yeah.
in a marketplace with
Yeah.
so many competitors are there.
Yeah.
You have to stand out
Mhm.
on the crowd. So I want you to, Agatha, give us your best advice as we are about to, we have like about 8 minutes. I want you to really pour out your heart to
Thank you, Lucy.
entrepreneurs who really want to establish
Yeah.
a presence with authority on the social market.
Yeah.
Give us that.
Okay. So this time around, I'm gonna relax my back and talk to you guys from my heart. Before then, I would like to ask, does anybody have questions? Maybe specific questions that you feel that maybe I could touch on just before I leave? I don't mind spending maybe a couple of minutes more. That's fine for me. Most important for me is to make sure that your pressing needs are actually addressed. You don't want to, I mean, it's you don't want to spend this hour with us. We value your time. So I don't want you to spend this time with us, 1 solid hour, and you don't get your personal questions answered. It would be an honor for me to be able to walk you through practical steps that you can use to address these questions. So I'm going to leave a minute on the timer just to make sure that people get in their questions before I start. And if along the way your questions come in, that's fine. So I'm just going to wait for about some seconds to give people the time to type in questions. So now, my best advice, I would say, first of all the things we shared here today and all what you've learned through the course of these 4 weeks, nothing is flimsy, nothing is frivolous. Put them to practice. They would help you. I know that, yeah, it could come to that point where everybody is like, oh, no, I don't even know what to do. I don't know how to do it. And that's where women comes in. Remember I said I talked about mentorship? That's why mentors are there for you. They're not just there to tell you what to do. They're there to help you unclog situations. They've been there, they've walked through those shoes. And I like what's coming up with women. I love it. Wanting to give back to people. And please, please let me say this. Never, don't ever see investing in yourself as a waste. Even if you don't get specific results from, or you don't make money from that investment, it helps you through the process, through your journey, because that's where a lot of people miss it. They feel, why do I have to pay $20? Why do I have not made money? Why do I have to do that? Remember, in the world of the online space, you are your business. So it is you that we see. Don't come in here with the traditional brick and mortar mindset. The brick and mortar mindset is you go to whatever, order your merchandise, put it in a beautiful space, and people walk in. You have no control about over those that walk in. You have no control over those that buy from you. But guess what? The online space is beautiful. You have control. You can actually predict your sales if you follow the proven steps and the formulas that we have. And there is a beautiful thing. Imagine you having mentors who are able to custom trainings for you based on what you need. So it means that we're not going to dance around. We're not going to beat about. We won't give you what is more than what you need per time. You get what you need. Imagine learning how to generate leads. You know that, okay, for this business that I'm doing right now, I know that I want to convert 3%, 5%. Is 5%? Is it 20 people? I want to make 10K. This maybe conversion rate for my business is so and so. Do the math. How much are they going to pay me if you sell $5? How much of that do I need to sell to make 10,000? right? If you sell $20, how much of that do I need to sell to make this amount? So these are things that you would learn. Lucy and her team are doing a fantastic job behind the scene, and I really want to echo that. If you know that there's still a point where you struggle, my strongest advice would be get a mentor. That for me, that was the opening point. When I picked out the first $2,000 to pay for that course, it was like my blood, my flesh, my everything. But guess what? That was the best investment I made for myself. Not only did I learn where I was getting it wrong, I also learned what I could do to revamp my situation. I grew from practically zero followers, zero, to over 2,000 within 4 or 5 months. That's huge.
And real followers are not paid
Real
followers.
people. I'm not even talking. I'm just talking about the follow, not friends, not Facebook friends. Those that my friends were like 2,000, 3,000 real friends, because I also learned how to remove dead weight from my Facebook. I learned the algorithm of Facebook for marketing. I learned that when people are on your profile on as friends and they don't interact with you, they're actually killing all your attraction marketing efforts. Gosh, I didn't know I was shooting myself on the leg or on the foot ever since. I just kept them. So I learned all of those things. It's not about 5,000 friends. No, you have that space, you should learn how to use it. In addition to over 2,000 real friends, I had over 2,000 followers. Who these are people that they come to peep. And when they see that, oh my God, you're doing a good job, they add you, as you know, they want to connect with you. These are those people. And knowing these metrics was so helpful. When I wanted to strike, I knew what to do. I could predict that, hold on this post. This post is going to make me 1K. I could do that. And I started preparing my audience. I started to prepare them. And when it comes, the money comes. So you need to learn these things. You need to know these things. It comes from, no one is going to give you all these metrics for free, to be honest. Let's be real. So you have to learn these things. Be willing to invest in yourself. That's my biggest. I told Lucy, I said, you're doing all of these things. You have everything. But guess what? You are just coming, you are behind. You are at number Z, where you should be starting from letter A. You are at letter Z. That's not how it works. I was there before. That's marketing in the dark. And I told her, being there, how much have you made this week? And she was looking at me. And I said, that's the problem. That's the problem. Because you feel that I don't want to spend that money because I'm not making money. That's not it. So that's where the mindset work comes in, remember? So that's step one. And then you move to investing in yourself and you begin to put in the work. It comes in bit by bit. And with marketing is a snowball effect. But the best part of it is once you know it, you know it. Like I said, you can sell bottled water and people will buy.
Most definitely. So we are basically, well, we running out of time, but I really want to encourage you. You know, we are offering right now. We're supposed to be starting on September.
Mhm.
Um, and I call it like an intro course, right? An intro course that will prepare and pave the way actually to do greater things with, of course, Agatha will be one of our awesome mentors for that. And the information is right here in our page. You could find actually the post that we did for that. And we have it's basically an intro to digital marketing and branding. I mean, it's only 250 TT. If you are abroad and you're watching this live, you would catch the replay. You could also pay in US. But this going to be something that will actually shake up your business. If your business is stagnant, right? It might as well happen that you are not talking with the right crowd. So first, you have to shift your mindset.
Yeah.
You have to identify who you're going to talk to. Maybe you're talking to someone that your business really don't matter to them.
Yeah.
You're talking to the wrong person. So we are going to be teaching you in this. It's just 4 weeks intensive course. The post is on our the entire post is out on our page. We are going to be teaching you who you have to be talking to according to your service and products, right? We are also going to teach you the basic of how you could get started to brand your business out there. Not only your business, but also to brand yourself, right? To impact on the marketplace. We are going to also be talking to you about what type of information you must be showing your tribe. What
Very
information
important.
you have to show your tribe, because that is the next thing.
Yeah.
You might be aiming for something, but you're showing them the wrong information, and when to show them, where to show them. So this is and you have to take advantage. This is just a one time. It doesn't matter if you already are a seasoned person in business. This is going to help you. And of course, if you want something like more advanced, we have Agatha. We are working out some partnership actually with Agatha, because how she helped me to get to this level of success that I have today, not only on my personal life, but also on my business and entrepreneurial life. Women want to give you that level of success. We achieved it. So we sure that you could do it as well. So Agatha, it has been such a pleasure to have you with us. We already went over 4 minutes from our hour, but I think it was worth it for our audience, for those who catch us here live, and for those who also gonna catch the replay. So looking forward to, to hear from you. Looking forward to for the feedback of those who was in the live. Share this live, tell someone that they don't have to be lost if their business is stuck. They still have hope. So you enjoy the rest of this awesome Sunday. You be blessed, and please keep in touch. Bye bye.
Thank you.